So you're in the market for a new monitor for your PC that provides decent performance in gaming and regular work, and you've come across the iiyama Black Hawk G-Master G2530HSU, and you don't know whether you should buy it or not, then this video is exactly for you. Hello again guys, I'm Faisal. Welcome back to my channel for a new video on this monitor, and today we're going to be unboxing it and putting it on this workstation to see what it looks like, and then I'll provide you with my honest feedback about what I think about this monitor after having used it for a few months now. I initially purchased this monitor as a second screen for my laptop during the coronavirus lockdown just because I needed that extra screen space to conduct my regular work with. And so I came across this guy and I decided to purchase it because it was the best price for the specs that I wanted from a monitor. Then after 4 months, opinions shift a little bit, and that's what we're going to be talking to you about today. But before we get right into it, let's talk some specs. So when you turn the box, it tells you some of the core specs. This is an AMD FreeSync monitor with 75 Hz refresh rate at 1 millisecond response time. This is actually the 24.5 or the 25-inch screen model that I have here, because when I bought this for myself, I thought that's what I needed for my regular workflow. I wasn't wrong. This is the screen size that I actually needed for my regular work, but as I got more into video editing, I think something bigger than this might be more useful, but we'll get to that in a second. Now, let's go to the unboxing in the meantime. All right, so this is the box put flat on a table. That's what it looks like on the front side. What we're gonna do is go ahead and open it. I'm sorry I don't have one of those mounts to put the camera up on the roof and then look down so that I can get the best picture for you. So some of the things I'll be unboxing, you might not be able to see them, but let's open this now. So this is the package that the box comes in. It's pretty decent, I must say. Looks very premium. iiyama, this is a Japanese company that I didn't know much about, and actually they are pretty good. I read a lot of reviews about this before actually purchasing it myself, and people were generally very happy about it. Anyway, so what I've done here is put everything back into the box the best that I could. Obviously it's not perfect, but what we'll do is unbox the thing as I've put it in place, just to show you kind of what comes inside the box. All right, so once it's opened, you will get nice foam on the inside. And out of the box, the monitor comes in one of these sheets, which is pretty nice because it keeps the panel clean. Just drop that. So that's the panel. It is a TN panel, which according to Tom's hardware.com is the cheapest of the options, has the worst viewing angles and probably the worst colors, but the fastest response time, minimal blur, and the best option for gaming. Here we have a nice premium looking sticker that kind of gives you the general specs that you would need, and an AMD FreeSync tag right here. And it's bezel-less, completely bezel-less on the sides and on the top, just a minimal one at the bottom, which is very good in today's market. Kind of looks like the Dell ones. Here we have the buttons, and for ports we have the power in, mic and audio jacks, display port, HDMI port, and 2 USB ports. Let's go back to the box. These are the remaining things. First of all, what we have is a flat plate in order to put the monitor on when you put it on the table. Included with that is this guy, which goes on the plate and hooks to the monitor to keep it standing. And inside the box we also have a quick start guide, this cable, a T13 power cable, so make sure you have the socket for this, an HDMI cable, which I believe is about 1 meter long. So let's go ahead and mount that plate to the monitor, and then we'll get right to the other things. So to do that, first of all, what you need is simply to hook that guy in that way, and then you have this screw to hold it in place, and once it's completely done, just close it down so it's completely flat. Great idea. Then to mount the monitor on top of it, what you have to do is take this guy, slide it right in from there and press until this hook moves. And that's it, we've got it mounted. Now let me put it on the table and show you what it looks like. And I almost forgot, it actually comes with this thing here that actually clips onto the stand, and you can pass cables through it to keep it organized. So that's what I've done, HDMI here and power outlet here. And well, now that those cables are in, I'm just going to go ahead and plug them in to the back, and then we go ahead to the review. Okay, so everything is done there. Now this is what the final setup looks like, and what I'm gonna do now is put on some tests for you to show you what this monitor can do, and then we talk about some of the ups and downs. Okay, so here I have Assassin's Creed Origins on the screen for you guys. Why I chose this game is because the place I'm in the game is actually has a range of colors and gives you a more accurate idea of what this monitor can deliver. What's important to note here is that I've turned off every light. I do have a white light in the background that's shining in the room to give the monitor the most accurate colors, especially because the light from this screen is shining directly to the lens, which gives it a bit of a different look, but overall it's very accurate, it's very good. What I've also done here, if I go to options, you'll see that I've turned off VSync for you guys. VSync is basically a tool that allows you to cap your frame rates so that you don't get any screen tearing if you're using an AMD FreeSync monitor and an NVIDIA graphics card, which is the case for me right now. Why that's important is to look at that statue right about there, the statue around the waist. If I do this very fast, you see a lot of screen tearing there if the VSync is off, you know? What's important is that without FreeSync, my computer actually delivers over 100 frames per second on this game. But with FreeSync off, I also get that screen tearing. So let me go ahead and show you what it looks like with FreeSync on. What it does is it caps it at 60 frames per second. So you lose some frame rates, but honestly at 60 it's still really good. But look at that, no screen tearing. Everything is smooth as it can be. And so here we are. I'm just gonna run around and do some random things, see what it looks like. The blues obviously in the sky here are a bit more softer, and at the actual screen on the light it obviously looks a bit different, but honestly very playable, very easy to look at, very nice to look at actually. I actually had my brother come in one time and just see the game, because he actually has this on PlayStation 4, but he said that it actually looks better on my PC. Now it could be the PC graphics, that's a big part of it, but actually the monitor itself was actually a big part of that, because I mean he is used to a 42-inch Samsung TV for his PlayStation, and here we are with a 25-inch computer screen, and it delivers better graphics in his words compared to a console. And honestly very playable. I've actually finished this game on the PC in about a week or so, so you know, very highly playable. I can look at the screen for hours on end, no issues, and honestly with FreeSync on, your gaming will not have a problem. But let's go outside of the gaming and see what else we got here. So I will just launch this video by Optimum Tech. He's actually one of my favorite YouTubers in the tech space, as I mentioned in my first video. But look at that, it actually looks decent. Whites are good, the dark shades are good, the colors are actually decent, and it's very true to life, which I like. So you're not losing much there. It's actually very usable. I actually do recommend it if you're actually looking for a monitor. So since I've shown you that the monitor is very usable, if you're on a budget and you're looking for a good gaming monitor, it's very fast, very responsive. Obviously have your VSync on if you have an NVIDIA graphics card. But there is one thing that I would like to address before we close off. Once I was using this monitor for an extensive period of time, over 3 days, and my left eye got a irritation. I guess that was from the blue light, so it would be ideal if you either use your night mode at night, because it helps protect your eyes from those blue rays. But the big flaw in there is that if you're color grading or working intensively with color and photos and so on, you won't see colors true to life as they should be. It will have a yellow tint on it, and you might edit it slightly off. Or you could also buy one of those glasses that actually protects you from UV light if you want to use it without night light. So it's just something to consider. I mean, it's not a big deal. I just put some eye drops on, looks completely fine now. I'm totally okay with it. but it's important for you to consider this. Anyway, so that closes off our video on this monitor. Like I said, I do highly recommend it if you're on a budget and you're looking for a good starting gaming monitor. 25 inches for the screen size is actually pretty decent to start with, but I would recommend a 27 inch because I think that's what I would go for if I had to repurchase this product. Otherwise, for the price I paid, 140 Swiss francs, which is roughly 140 US dollars, it's not bad. I would actually buy it again if I had the whole Pro setup. Like I said, I first bought it from my laptop and gradually moved on to a gaming PC build, and I think I'm going to upgrade it eventually. But it's not because of any issues I have with the monitor. It's really because I just want more screen real estate. So that's everything that we have regarding this monitor for today. For next week, I will be adding that monitor arm to this monitor because I do like to be able to move it around a bit, because this one has the plate that stands on, but it has to be left in one place. And I like to adjust the height sometimes, maybe move it around if I'm like here, or even chilling somewhere over there if I just want to watch a TV show or something. But stay tuned for that episode, and thank you very much for watching this video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and if you found it useful, subscribe if you like the channel so far after 3 videos, and leave your comments below for anything that might have gone unanswered, and see you next time.